This is the brief homily for the 8th of November. Please read the readings before listening to the homily. There are many harmful responses to anxiety. A person might anaesthetise themselves with drink or drugs or the pursuit of a bodily gratification. People might distract themselves by obsession with their career or their wealth or their status or any of a number of things. These only postpone anxiety. It returns with interest. And in the meantime, those responses themselves often, if not always, do harm. The first reading tells us a healthy response. Wisdom in the Old Testament is seeing the world as it really is and being able to recognise the will of God when you've got a decision to make. That first reading tells us that even to desire that, to be alert for it, to seek it, is to have set foot on a path which will lead to anxiety leaving you. When we recognise the world is created by a loving God for a purpose, when we follow His will, when the whole desire of His will is for our eternal happiness, it's no wonder that anxiety lessens. In that parable, the foolish virgins had plenty of anxiety when they realised that their lamps were going out. Perhaps they had even more when they got back and the door was shut and they were not let in. The wise ones had no such anxiety. One of the things about knowing how the world really is that we won't get any letter, email, text messages telling us in advance when we're going to die. Our life will end. And the first purpose of that parable, when Jesus told it to those who listened, was to recognise that if we're ready, it doesn't matter whether we know or not, because we will be ready. In that second reading, many of the people in Thessalonica that understood that Jesus would come again in glory, and that if they were still alive when that happened, what a joy that would be. But they were fretting about the people they loved who died. What about them? They've died before Jesus returns. Well, Paul reassures them with the knowledge that the will of God is for the saving of all of those who've put their faith in Christ, that those who've died are not at any disadvantage to those who would still be alive at the return of Jesus in glory. Look that he doesn't tell them not to grieve. He tells them not to grieve like people who have no hope. It hurts when someone we love dies. But that hope heals our anxiety, gives us the strength to bear the hurting of losing someone. When we're faced with anxiety, as all of us are from time to time, let's not pursue responses that will drive it away for a moment but make it come back worse. Let's seek wisdom.